offline.
We are live in 4 seconds. Yes, we are good to go.
हाँ मयूर, लाइव दिख रहा है।
Mic testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
माइक भी टेस्ट हो चुका है मयूर, मुझे भी अपना आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है।
Hello everyone, welcome to Gravitech Team Private Limited, and we are here for the today's case study scenario to discuss here to you guys. Okay, and first of all, I will introduce myself Mayur Tengre from Gravitech Team Private Limited, and I will be representing here the company for the case study presentation on a topic that I will be sharing you since now, and then we will go on further and discussing the particular topic. Okay, so let's begin. So our case studies topic for the today is building a successful social media influencer. Okay, and this case study has been done on the basis of real data and the real scenarios. We have researched about it. Okay, and this will be not a particular case study related to a particular person or the company. Okay, this will be a general study that where we will be discussing about more and more generalized things, what will be needed for the social media influencer and building a successful career or making yourself a successful person as a social media influencer on the various internet sites that are available right now. Okay, so we will be discussing very basic ones. We will be not relating it to any of the social media site out there, but we will be generally discussing the strategies and the tactics to grow the social media. Okay, and how you can analyze the factors and contribute to your success. Okay, so let's just begin. So what should be you doing as an social media influencer? That's the first question that arises. Okay, as a social media influencer is a kind of person or entity of organization that represent a particular organization. Okay, means whenever you are representing someone on the social media sites, including YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, or any other platform, if you are representing someone and doing their work as establishing their framework and establishing their ideas towards the social media, then it will be necessary for you to be handling such kind of entities. Or the second condition is that if you want to be more famous and if you want to publish your work within the social media, like the entertainment purpose one, or you are having a blog, a vlog channel, and you should establish it as a brand. Okay, so first of all, to represent as a social media influencer for yourself or for representing any of the company, you will be requiring few tactics and few strategies to be established. Okay, in that strategy list, our first strategy is for establishing a personal brand. Whatever you think of, whatever your organization you are related to, or any kind of person you are related to, you should establish a brand value for them first. Okay, and a brand value identifies as a how sincere you are, how dedicated you are, or how genuine your work is in the real life ecosystem. Okay, you should know how to interpret or how to analyze the newest condition possible to distribute your all your work towards the general public and establish a core communication values within that. Okay, just for an example, to establish a personal brand, your brand should have a proper theme, logo, whatever. If you are a person, you should have a proper theme or a proper set of rules or protocols to establish here. For an example, if you want to establish as an appraisal brand, or as we say in a clothing industry, okay, so you will be require a leisure a lifestyle of work. You work like that and you look like that, and you represent the brand as the brand itself. Okay, and you have to highlight their features, not just a feature or scalable usable features that day by day life, you can also relate it by day life scenarios. Okay, so it should be like that. If you are establishing yourself as a personal brand, means you are establishing as a person, then you should be establishing as a core value person. Whatever you are doing, it should be relatable to the general public. It should, and you should be confident and clear about it. Okay. In the personal branding or the branding scenarios, here also comes the interest, values, or the your own personality of doing kind of things. Okay. Just for an example, if you are an actor, okay, a Hollywood actor or a Bollywood actor. If you are a Bollywood actor or a Tollywood actor, you should represent the Indian culture out there because it's all about the country's industry. If you are a Hollywood actor, you should be always fascinated about the how much amount of efforts they do, whatever they do. Okay, so there are everything, mimic, actions, critic, or comedy. Everything is included in each of the story according to the genres you are seeing. Okay, so they have such kind of branding. Okay. So as an if you discuss the famous personalities like in a person, just like Elon Musk, as I say, he is also known as enthusiastic. He is an entrepreneur. He is a researcher. He is a business person. Okay, and he always tends to find the business in something, and he loves the technology. So his personality reflects the work he do. Okay, so just like that, you should also establish your branding as a personal values, interests, and one more thing, you should be all you see what happens is you can't be always complete, but you should always represent it as a complete confident person. Okay, in a personal brand, or you are representing any kind of company, then the company core values, core dedication, whatever work they do should be reflected in your work. So that's the first criteria of establishing as a social media influencer in this whole generic world. Okay. So next thing we have to discuss about create the content that resonates. Whatever you create or whatever you try to develop the scenarios in between your personal branding or whatever you are representing, okay, or whatever you are posting on the social media site, it should be resonant. Means resonant means it should be relatable to the public. Okay, if you are posting some kind of archaeological thing in a very old ancient language and no one knows about it, only you know, then the content doesn't matter. No one will understand your content. Okay, if it will be in a general sense a language, a particular thing. If you want to publish the content in India, then the probability is you should always know Hindi. Okay, if you are publishing worldwide, then you should always know German, French, uh, and English. Okay, these are the majority of the things people speak. You should if you are a poetic kind of thing, okay, so you should know the historical reference and whatever the generosity of you are working, it should resonate. Okay, if you are writing a sad poem, it should resonate. If you are writing a good, healthy, or loving poem, then it should resonate to the public and the audience. Okay, and it could be you have to be very conservative and you have to think it very deep that how to relate such kind of personalities within the idea of whatever the content you are posting or creating in future. Okay, so this will help you to reinforce your brand identity. Means this will strengthen your brand identity if you can relate with the common persons or whatever your followers do there out there. Okay, if you are doing just opposite whatever the followers try to resonate, then it will be impact you as a negative as a negativity in your brand. Okay, so that is that you should tailor in your content as a social media platform audience and the brand identity. Okay, now the next thing about establishing as a social media influencer is leveraging the partnerships. Okay, see, there is a, there is there is a sentence or there is somewhere there is later. If you want to go very fast, you should go alone. If you want to grow very big, you should do it in groups or compassionate partnerships. Okay, or if you want to be addressed at the future, means if you want to do something work like that, then you should be dedicated 24 by 7 to your work. Okay, so that's in the social media influencer platform, there is always a need of partnerships. Okay, without the partnerships you can't do anything. uh, I will not say like that, but if you want to grow in a referency amount of time with the expandable audience, then you should always do the partnership. Okay, and this partnership will always refers to the collaborative brand ideas, and it should always create a community out there. You will reach out to each other's community, and this will be just like guest posts or guest media or whatever you are doing out there. Okay, always look after the partnerships to collab and develop. Okay, and what kind of partnership you can be doing in this thing? Okay, so you should be always doing such kind of partnerships where you can resonate the general life of the people, and it can be tailored towards the things. Okay, for an example, if you are the shoe brand, some kind of thing, so you should always collab with the sports person. Okay, if you are the industry where you sell out the cars and automobile industry, so you should always relate to the automobile whoever is doing the branding of the different kind of automobiles out there. Okay, so the bloggers or the vloggers about whatever the technology is out there, whatever the automobile industry is out there, you should collaborate with them. Okay, so this kind of partnership will help you to enhance your brand identity and reach to more and more people, and it will also create some kind of subconscious understanding within the people that you are there. Okay, you should not be forgotten. Okay, that's a such kind of thing you should do within your ecosystem if possible. Okay, and it will also increase the exposure, engagement, and credibility of your content. Okay, means if someone if you are a small brand and another is a very large brand, if you collab in a particular way, then the large brand, whatever the credibility is, that credibility can be referred to you as well. Okay, that's how the business goes in this industry. Okay, so leverage partners, a partnership is always a good thing. Now, how to engage with the audience. Engaging audience is a very critical steps within your checklist to be an influencer, because whenever you try to be engaging with the audience, you will be finding yourself in a personalized way of communicating to each of the person in a followers or the subscribers list. Okay, interacting with them via different channels or via creating different social media posts or asking something generic or updating something generic, so it will help or try to create a communication channel in between you via comments, messages, and feedbacks. Okay, you could always host a few kinds of events like question hours, and host some kind of question and answer sessions. Just carry you each year every at the starting of the year as a reference, I will say. Okay, then you could always host the event like us we are doing currently right now. We could always host the live event, and live event always tends to be more attractive because you are doing it. If you fail in this event to do it properly, correctly, it will negatively affect the brand value. But if you do it correctly, then it will drastically improve your reach out to the people. Okay, and the content offering will be exclusive to the people if you are going within the very smaller community, just like a premium members, such kind of things. So engaging such kind of audience or creating such kind of referable sessions to engage the community will increase your audience level, increase your reach, or increase your generosity towards them. Okay, and they will be genuinely towards you and loyal towards you in the long term goals. Okay, so this will be also helpful. There are few more things I want to discuss is how to measure the success. Okay, always see, you should always analysis whatever you are doing. Okay, without analyzing the things or without the track of anything, it will be it will be very drastically demotivated that you will always not knowing whatever is going on in the industry. Okay, you should always know your statistics analysis. For an example, today I reach 100 new followers on Instagram, just for an example, or 10,000 new followers on Instagram, and after that, in a month of a period of 1 month, I do not see that analytics, or I do not watch it, or I do not refer it for the tracking analysis purposes, and it tends to decrease like with 20,000 more followers. So you should improve, and there is a need of improvement out there. So analyzing and tracking the things always tells you what to do and what to not do if you are analyzing and properly orienting such kind of things. Okay. One more thing with measuring of success is that when you should post the content, what will be the timing, what will be the audience, you should always know. Okay, if for an example you are building such kind of kids toy and you are referring to the and your audience we are referring to the old peoples. Okay, Gen Z people, Generation Z people, then it will be not applicable. It will be not give you any kind of reference or understanding towards you. You should always tends to be having to be parent or parenting such kind of things, or you should do like a advertisement on the cartoon channel, such kind of things, and it will be helpful. This kind of measures takes place, and they are more understood by the people and referred by the people, and it gives always a positive outcome, whatever it is, 0 to 100. It just depend upon your strategy, what you are doing. Okay, then there are few factors to contribute the success. At the last is just you should be authentic, you should be credible, you should be transparent in your content. Okay, whatever the partnerships and whatever you generate as a content, you should always give the credit to whoever has been done. Okay, this will create more authenticity and generosity towards the kind workers that you work with in a partnership, or just whoever the media channel producers are and whoever the media editing persons. This gives more sensible thing that you are responsible for someone to, just not for the brand. Okay, so staying up to the rate. Okay, for an example, I say that you just post a textual basis message on the social media. It will not work for you. You should be always media oriented. You should be post short videos. Generally, the short videos are going right now. So, staying up to date, such kind of things will be more helpful to you guys, and it will contribute towards your success. Okay. At the last, building and nurturing these strong relationships with followers and the brands and the influencer will always help you in a positive way, and you should always try to communicate in between them to take a partnership within a month or within a week with some other people. You should always be a sponsor. You should be sponsoring someone. So it will create a generosity, a general community out there that you are doing a such kind of good work out. Okay. So it will also affect them subconsciously or subscriber, whatever it is, whatever the community you are influencing. So this kind of factors will be helpful. Okay. At the last, the recommendation from the aspiring influencers. These are the general points that influencers try to recommend you guys. Okay, so the first point is focus on creating consistent and authentic personal branding. Okay, just the personal branding doesn't refer to only just a person kind of thing. It could be whatever you are representing, the organization or the NGO or the government, whatever the entity it is. Okay, you should be consistent and authentic in that. Means you should not steal someone's content and republish it. Yeah, such kind of things are not acceptable towards your community. Okay, you should always produce the high quality of engaging content, tailors, platform, and the audience itself. Okay, it should be always high, means high, very focused ones. Okay, it should be very quality. For an example, you are creating the video and you are creating in 360p or 720p. It will be not acceptable by most of the persons because clarity will not be there. Okay, you should be always go with p 4K minimum or 1080p, likewise to be in trend if you are starting. Okay, and at the last you should have the raw footage, such kind of thing that you should always looking for more and more kind of quality into that. Okay, if this relates to the video quality thing. Okay, and if you are relating with the originality and authenticity of the thing, you should represent it very authentically and very generally. Okay, and very well landly. Then it will produce a very high quality of content and engaging content tailored for your audience. Okay, then network and collaborate is just the thing that you should always do as an influencer. You should always collaborate and with other brands to create the engaging content. Okay, and at the last, continually measure the success will be data driven decisions. If you make the data driven decisions, okay, then it will be helpful. Okay, and what are the data driven decisions? Are just analytics. Whatever you are posting on the social media, you should have the analytics. What kind of comment they bring back to you, what number of likes or dislikes it brings back to you, what are the number of comments and what the people are discussing about, are they asking some kind of questions. So this kind of data will help you to more engage within the community. Okay, so these are the majority of the recommendation from the aspiring influencers out there. Okay, so this can be taken as generally, and most of the influencers focus, tell this kind of things, and this is the very researched way that you could always be authentic. You could always be an aspiring influencer out there in future. Okay. So at the last, thank you for your attention and time to be here as an influencer. As you know, the how the influencer can grow as on the social media platforms. If you have any questions related to the social media influencer kind of thing, you should always ping me back on this video comments, and I will respond you as soon as possible, whenever possible. Okay. And one more thing, if you are looking for an social media influencers for your businesses, then I will always recommend you to bring back to us at the Gravity Brain. We also do such kind of works. Okay, we provide such kind of services to you. So thank you for your time and attention once more, and Jai Hind.